How's it going, VC? It's Billy here. December 31st, last day of the year for 2017. I just want to come at you with a video. It probably won't be a real quick video, but I want to recap my year in the VC, 2017, my year in the VC. A look back at the year. I've seen a lot of people making videos kind of similar to this, but I want to put my own little twist to it. First and foremost, wearing my Titans cap today. They have played like absolute dog shit the last month or so. Started out really great. Rattled off 5-6 wins in a row, and then just went to hell in a handbasket the last month. But if we can just knock off the Jags today, sneak into the playoffs, take that 6th seed in the AFC, I would be fine with that. So go Titans. Anyway, let's get back to my year in the VC. So 2017 was my first full year in the VC. I started off, I've been watching videos for the last handful of years, actually. Watching guys like Brandon, LJ, who unfortunately doesn't make many videos anymore. Miss LJ's videos. Miss his humor, his insight, his wit, and just overall knowledge of all things music. Hopefully LJ can jump back in. I know a lot of the guys, the old guard in the VC, just aren't around anymore. So I am thankful for guys like Brandon and guys like Rob, Boston Rob, and Steve, Harmless Rebel. Guys like that. And I apologize if I'm missing anybody. I mean, I know there are a lot of you guys out there that are still making videos, but a lot of them have also dropped off and quit making videos. But LJ would love to see some more videos from you, buddy. Scott Waters as well. So I've watched a lot of those guys' videos for quite some time, and finally last November jumped in kind of feet first and started making my own videos, and you guys welcomed me with open arms, and I've made so many great friends. First and foremost, I want to just say as far as the year in the VC, I made so many new friends, some of which even extend far outside of the VC. A lot of you guys I talk to on a regular basis, either through Facebook Messenger, phone calls, texts, emails. That's awesome. That's really what I've taken out of the VC the most over the year, is the relationships that I've made with you guys, and I couldn't ask for anything anymore. A great group of individuals here. And also I've made a lot of videos babbling on about records and whatnot. I can't believe that there are that many of you out there that want to watch me sit here and ramble on about stuff. I don't think my knowledge is very deep or very vast, but a lot of you guys seem to enjoy it. So as long as you guys continue to watch, and I have the time and a desire to do this, I'll continue to make videos. Let's see, another thing. I got my first VCLT package, actually from Steve, Harmless Rebel, and it was actually, if I remember correctly, it was a couple Beatles records, which I am not the biggest Beatles fan, but as I get a little bit older, I am a little bit more willing and open to explore new things, and I really enjoyed it. I think he sent me Hey Jude, and maybe was it Sgt. Pepper? But I loved Hey Jude. Absolutely loved Hey Jude. So thank you for that, Steve. So that was in 2017. I got my first VCLT package from Steve, Harmless Rebel. And then many more to follow, which thank you so much to everybody who were thoughtful and kind enough to send VCLT packages my way. And I even sent out a few VCLT packages as well, so I hope everybody enjoyed the stuff that I sent to them. So it was a year full of VCLT, giving and receiving. It was awesome. Let's see, in 2017, I entered a few contests. You know, there were so many contests in the VC last year, you know, or this year, 2017, the year that's about ready to be gone here today. But there were so many contests, so many new members hitting milestones. You know, 100 subs, 200 subs, 500 subs. It was a whole lot of fun doing a handful of contests this year. I would have loved to have been able to do all of them, but you just can't. You got to pick and choose. You got to take, you know, pick which ones you're going to be able to work better with, and what you've got time to do. So I entered a handful of contests. Hell, I even won a couple. I believe I won Brother Jared and Brother Farley. I think I won their contests this year. So thank you for that, dudes. It was great entering all those contests. I even held my first contest. I think I did one for 200 subs, which has been moons ago, it seems like. But we did the name game, which was kind of cool, where you showed an album that corresponded with a letter from your name. So that was kind of cool. I enjoyed that, and I enjoyed all the responses. I really appreciate everybody taking time to make that video, not only to enter the contest, but to show support for my channel. That was totally awesome of you guys. Can't thank you enough. Let's see what else in this year. I picked up 4 or 5 killer collections this year. This year was hands down the best for me, and I think it was just because I'm out there in the community. I'm steadily posting on Facebook and things like that. As far as everyone knows, I'm kind of the go-to vinyl guy in the area. If people are wanting to get rid of stuff, you know. So I ended up picking up 3 or 4 really nice collections this year, as well as you guys seen at the end of the year here, just a few weeks ago, I was given a really nice gift of some really killer vintage audio gear, which was awesome. So like I said, purchased a couple things, was given a couple things. It was a great year for collections for me. Picked up 3 or 4. Now the dogs are gonna go crazy. It seems like I can't ever film videos on the weekend when everybody's home, because the dogs are just gonna go crazy. But anyway, we'll move on. If it gets too bad, I'll pause it and start back up. So let's see, what else? Oh, this year I reintroduced myself to the beautiful sound and the sweet click of the 8-track cartridge. You can see my 8-track player and some cartridges here. I want to thank Jeff for Jeffrey Rusnock for helping me out. You know, I really wasn't familiar with what would be a decent 8-track player or a good price to get started in it. But I got this little guy here for like 25 bucks, I think it was, and it worked great. He helped me set it up, get the head aligned and everything, and it's a good starter player. But I'm really all year, as a matter of fact, I've been on the lookout. I believe since probably March or April. I've been on the lookout for a really nice 8-track player, but haven't been able to find anything like that. But I'll find one eventually. So yeah, getting back into like I said, those sweet sounds of the 8-tracks. Once again, they are very beautiful sounding. I mean, probably the second best sounding format behind the LP. Once you get everything set up properly, but getting everything set up properly is the real bitch of it. You know, the maintenance of the cassettes can be tedious and a pain in the ass at times, but the reward is very well worth it. Finding those tapes in good condition is tough, very, very tough. So getting back into 8-tracks a little bit last year, that was very cool. Who could forget the Vinyl Tag 2017? That thing took the VC by storm. Early last year, I guess it was. it was great. I thought it was awesome. At first, I was very hesitant about the Vinyl Tag 2017 because I only saw girls making the response videos. Literally, the first 20 or more videos that I saw responses filmed about the Vinyl Tag were girls. And so then I don't remember who the first guy I saw. Maybe it was Karsten. Heck, I don't remember. But I saw a guy make a video, and I thought, screw it. I almost said F it, but I said screw it. So I said screw it. I'm gonna make a video. Jumped in head first, and then all of a sudden everybody just started making it, and it took the vinyl community by storm. And I thought it was awesome. I thought it was a good way for us to get to know each other a little bit better, just by asking 25 simple questions, you know, through showing albums, talking about experiences and things like that. I thought it was great, and I hope we can have somebody way smarter than me or with a little bit more time on their hands can come up with a Vinyl Tag 2018 to kind of pick up where that left off. I thought that was really cool. Let's see. I did my Music Mondays in 2017. I had the best of intentions for Music Mondays. That's where I would play a song every Monday, and post it on Facebook as well as YouTube and whatnot. But and I did that for quite some time, as long as work would allow me to. Then things just got crazy and hectic with work in the dog days of summer, and I really just didn't have time to do it. And then I started slacking, and I was like, well, shit, I haven't done it in so long. I just pretty well all but gave up. So the Music Mondays, I hope you guys did enjoy that. Maybe I'll pick those back up again a little bit. Maybe I won't, but I had fun. I have fun playing music. I do enjoy playing music, and I hope you guys enjoy hearing some of that stuff as well. Another huge thing for me in 2017 in the VC was my putting together my list, and I have to thank Andy for this, but putting together my list of wish list records of the month. So essentially, I'm sure we all do this. We all spend frivolously on records because they're cheap. They may not be the most awesome records, or they may not be something that's definitely going to add to your collection other than just another record in the collection. Andy came up with this idea. He wanted to put together these lists of things that he had been wanting, but just never really jumped in, kind of like grails, so to speak. So I thought that was an awesome idea, and one way I was going to allow myself to do that, because what I do a lot of times, or what I did a lot of times, is when I would come up upon an album that I've been wanting for quite some time that was a little bit pricey. Let's say it's a $50 or $60 or $70 album, because I don't spend that much on albums typically. I would balk. I would hesitate, and then I would talk myself out of it, and then I would turn around, leaving the record store or wherever, the record show or wherever I was at, with a stack of $3 and $4 and $5 records that added up to a lot more than what I would have spent on that record, or a couple nice records like that. So I thought, you dummy, instead of buying all these these lesser expensive records that really don't add any value to your collection, other than just having more records that you don't have a whole lot of time to listen to, cut back on those and spend that money once a month on a really nice record that you've been wanting forever. So that's what I did. I sat down and I made a list of about 15 or so records, because I knew some of them were very hard to find, and I'm pretty particular. I've gotten to the point in my collecting where I'm pretty particular about what I'm going to bring into the collection. I've brought in so much garbage over the years, and I'm sure we all have. So please don't think I'm being I'm at a loss for what word I'm looking for here. Just like kind of a snob. I'm not being a vinyl snob. I mean, I guess you can say I am to a certain degree, but we all get to that point in our collecting where you have to set that bar. You have to set a certain level of what you're going to get. And when you start looking at certain records that are so hard to find, A, they're already hard to find. B, if you're going to set that bar at VG plus, excellent, or near mint, you're going to pay a pretty good premium, and you're going to have a hard time finding those records. So what I did is I made a list of about 15 because I knew some of them were going to be extremely hard to find. And don't get me wrong, guys, I wasn't just going to make this. I could have just made this list, and I could have popped for whatever amount anybody was asking on eBay or Discogs, but that wasn't really what the hunt was about. It was about still trying to get these records, yet still trying to get the best deal I possibly could on these records. If you guys, if you guys follow me and you understand. So that's why I didn't end up getting a record here in December, because I ended up whittling it down to 3, and it didn't. It just didn't pan out. I wasn't going to pop for what these guys were asking for, VG plus, excellent, or near mint copies of these last 3 records that I was looking for. The stars just didn't align. I wasn't going to pay what they were asking for, so I wasn't able to complete my list. I was able to get 11 really solid, really killer records that I'll show you guys now, if you don't mind. Try not to take too much time because I've already covered these once, but this is January. Original copy. All these are original copies as well. Megadeth, rest in peace. Move over a little bit here. Shooter Jennings, Put the O Back in Country. This is actually a signed copy by Shooter and the boys. This is March. Danzig 3, How the Gods Kill. April, Pantera, Power Metal. Awesome, awesome. Love that record. Actually love it a lot more now that I've had a chance to familiarize myself with it and listen to it a lot more. May, Travis Tritt, Country Club. Super, super hard to find record. One of my favorite singers from the 90s as well. June, White Zombie, Los Exorcisto, Devil Music Volume 1. What was that? June? What's this, July? Hell, I don't remember. Next month. Next, Ice Cube, The Predator. You guys all know this one. Van Halen, Balance. Super, super tough to find. Stevie Ray Vaughan. Is it Double Trouble? Yep, Stevie Ray Vaughan and Double Trouble. Some of them are just Stevie Ray Vaughan. Some of them are Stevie Ray Vaughan and Double Trouble. The Sky is Crying. Bob Seger, Brand New Morning, his first LP on Capitol. Impossible to find. Beautiful, beautiful copy. So stoked to have that. And then lastly, November, finally, beautiful copy of Danzig 2, Lucifuge. It's a gold stamp promo. Just awesome. So I was able to add, as you can see, 11 quality, very, very quality pieces to my collection this year. So even though I wasn't able to get that record for December, I was still able to add 11 quality pieces. So I am not mad in the least. For those of you who have asked, I know some of you guys did ask what the 3 were that were still on my list. One of them was Guns N' Roses, and I know I'm gonna forget because I'm just thinking off the top of my head. Anyways, Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction, the original uncensored, or the original, I guess it's been censored now, cover with all the inserts, the tattoos, everything. Those things are just stupid, stupid, stupid money. I did see one that ended up closing for $160, and I almost pulled the trigger on it, but I didn't. It was Christmas time, and I just couldn't justify it. Looking back, I probably should have, but you know what? I'm sure I'll find one. So that was one. Another one was Meatloaf, Bat Out of Hell 2, Back into Hell. It's an impossible record to find as well, especially in excellent condition or near mint condition. You can seem like you can only find them overseas, and then you gotta. By the time I find something that what I feel is a decent price on the record, maybe like $75, $85, then you gotta add $20 shipping to it, and you're like, man, I didn't pull the trigger on that one either. And then, gosh, I can't remember what the third one was. It's anyway, it's leaving me right now. But anyway, those were two of the three, so that's why I didn't have a wish list record of the month for December. But Andy, thank you so much for coming up with that idea. I kind of took it and ran with it, but it definitely bolstered my collection in a much more positive way. Let's see, what else did we have for 2017? I did my 20 essential metal albums countdown. And I by no means claim to be a know-it-all or encyclopedia of metal. I know what I like. I know what I think a lot of people would enjoy. So I put together my my 20 essential, not necessarily the 20 best, but if you're gonna listen to metal, if you maybe for somebody that's just diving into metal. These were my 20 essential metal albums, and I had a whole lot of fun doing a lot of the research and making those videos and doing that countdown. Everybody, just the banter back and forth, because in addition to what I did here in filming the video, I did a countdown where I posted one every day. Yeah, I think was it one every day or one every week? I think it was one. It was one every week. Hell, I can't even remember. No, maybe it was one every day. Shit, I don't know. Anyway, I would post them on Instagram and Facebook, and we counted them down, and the banter back and forth was really, really fun. Let's see. Also in 2017, I had my first and probably my last. What was it? It was a Father's Day vinyl shopping with my wife. Like I said, it was the first time my wife has really ever offered to go vinyl shopping with me, and I'm probably thinking it will probably be the last. But she did give me some really cool stuff, so we'll see. Who knows? Maybe she'll open up as well. What else? We had the 5 bands the VC loves that I'm just not into, as well as the 5 bands that I love that maybe the VC isn't that into. That was kind of a fun thing that we did. I attacked some heavy hitters. I didn't pull any punches because I just there's so much love shown for some of these the big boys in the VC, kind of the Beatles and the Stones and things like that. Not that I'm not a fan. It's just that I kind of like Brandon said. The level that the VC holds these guys, and then kind of my level of love for these guys, there's such a gap in between. That was more really what it was, except for Neil Young. But I'm going to retouch that situation, the Neil Young situation here very, very shortly. So moving on. Also. Lastly, I believe, with a lot of hard work and a lot of help and support from some of you here in the VC, you know who you are, Scott Waters in particular, at No Life Till Metal, I was able to finally celebrate the release of my very own album, which is right there. Well, that's Megadeth, but this is me. The 20th anniversary of Small Town Fool. It was recorded in 1996, released in 1997, so 2017, I thought, let's do a limited edition vinyl release of this, and the response has been overwhelming. You guys, thank you so very much for your support. We have sold quite a few of these. Like I said, it's a limited edition pressing, double LP, 180 gram. vinyl. It sounds amazing, if I do say so myself. But no, everybody has, the response has been overwhelming. You guys have been so kind. Even those of you who are not, you're outspoken, not country fans, but you do really dig this. And I know you're not just blowing smoke up my ass. You guys really do dig this album. It means the world to me, the support that you guys have given me. We do have, I think this has been out 2 months now, just a little over 2 months, and we've sold a little more than half of those records out, so that they're selling very well. And I've only played 2 shows out as far as promoting those full band shows. So I expect in the spring they will sell out, and who knows, we may even be in store for a second pressing. Who knows? But you know, what I do know is you guys have been super supportive and continue to be super supportive of not only me, my channel, and my music. It's amazing. So we will probably be doing another sale, because there have been a handful of you guys who have reached out to me privately and asked if there were still copies available, and yes, there are. I've even set back a few copies for some of you guys, because, you know, I realized it was a timing thing. You know, with this thing being released in November, you know, or yeah, we didn't even release it until right around Thanksgiving, so it hasn't even really been 2 months. But anyway, with this thing just being released in November, I realized it was just a bad timing thing, as far as a lot of you guys having extra funds, you know, with Christmas and things like that. So I'm going to extend something here in the spring, maybe sometime early this year. I will run a special just for you guys, you VC members that want to continue to show your support and want to pick up a copy at a reasonable price, and especially my overseas customers and friends and fans as well. I hate to call you guys customers, because you're more friends and fans than anything, but I do appreciate that. I've already worked a couple deals with my overseas friends, because I realize the shipping is just outrageous on that. I'll figure something out. I promise you we will make it work. If you guys are interested in it, we'll do what we can to get you a hard copy of that. But guys, that is my year. I look back at 2017, my year in the VC. I can only hope that 2018 will be as good, as fruitful, as rich, as fun. You guys make it a lot of fun. I know sometimes watching videos and commenting on videos, even when I make videos, sometimes it's hard to get back and reply to your comments. As much as that sounds bad, it's not that. Please don't take it personal. I do always try to give you guys the thumbs up or heart, you know, to let you know that, hey, I've read your comment. I appreciate you watching the video. I appreciate you taking the time to watch the video or take time out to leave a comment. So there go the dogs. That's my cue to wrap this thing up. But anyway, guys, that's my look back at 2017. Here's to a great 2018. I hope you guys have a wonderful new year. Be safe, have fun, take care. Peace.